squash plant. It is doing great. I pollinated this one and this one. This one don't look very good, but we'll see how it goes. And then I have this new one, and I have another one somewhere. I know I've seen it. I don't know where. Oh, right here. I got that one. So, this one's producing. I have 2 other plants right over here that are not producing yet. And, you know, I cut back all the foliage because it needs sun. So I am waiting for these to start producing, if they produce. So we will see, I guess. But if you can see, they've all got, they're just not growing. It might be the soil. It is a really hard soil here. So that is the update of my gardening. Now this plant here, I've replaced the orange on it, and it's been healthy. I've had to get rid of some bad leaves, but other than that, it's been healthy. My petunias, I've had to weed them out. I've had some root rot, and then these ones right here, I've had to thin out. They've had some root rot, and I'm not going to replace them. It's too close to the end of the year, and whatever is there is going to be there, and I'm just going to be done with it for the year. And this one, the roots are still good on it. So the red ones are the only ones that were left. I got rid of all the rest. And the top of this red one is dying, but the roots are still good, so I left it. This plant on the inside, I don't know if it is a year-long plant or not, but I'm going to see. I might put them in my clay pots over there and see if they are for all year or not. But that's it. Yesterday, if you guys remembered, I showed you some new flowers that popped up on my tomato plants and how you can self-pollinate. Let's take a look at my tomatoes, and I will show you the ones that I showed you how to self-pollinate on. Let's take a look, shall we? So, like I was just saying, I showed you guys how to self-pollinate. Now, my neighbor is going to be taking care of some of these tomorrow and for the next couple of days. So, I've got some that are going to be opening up, and I'm not going to be here to pollinate them, but I've got plenty of bees. These are some that have already opened up and are closing, and they will be having some tomatoes pretty soon for me. Let's see. Here's some more that have already been pollinated. There's some new ones. Just gonna start some new ones back there. I don't see any others. Now, up here, we pollinated these yesterday, and sometimes you will get one like this that is halfway open and halfway closed, but we've already pollinated them. Sometimes it'll take a couple of days. We did those ones. That one's fixing to open up. We did those. And we did these, and if you can tell, we have tomatoes coming in on them. We did these ones too, and they have closed up. Every once in a while you get an extra one that just doesn't close up. That just didn't get hit enough, or maybe a bee will come by and pollinate it. We did these, and you can see we've got a little tomato. Let me find my hand here. We got a little tomato. Some more. Now, some of these I have taken off. There's little tomatoes from those we've already pollinated. We got some little tomatoes right back here, if you can see them. Right back there where we've already pollinated. I was having some problems with end rot. And what you can do for that is some lime. It puts calcium back in your soil. Because if you're getting end rot, it is probably too much acid in the soil. I also use I also feed my plants every 7 to 14 days. Every once in a while I'll throw some magnesium in there. You don't want to do it too much. Let's see. Here's some that we did yesterday, and like I said, sometimes you just get some that just, they might wait a day to also close up. Just shake them about 10 times. Very vigorously, and they will pollinate. You don't have to worry. Sometimes the flower will fall off, but you end up with so many flowers and so many new tomatoes. It's ridiculous. See, I pollinated those, and they're already forming new tomatoes. Ooh, something felt like it just stung me. Maybe not. Just like these, I got new tomatoes right there. You know, sometimes moving this around is harder than what it seems. The birds get these ones. But you see, I got all kinds. This one is cracked, but it's okay. As long as it's not opened up. You see where we pollinated yesterday. Pollinated these yesterday. By the time I come back, I should have a lot more new tomatoes. Those were pollinated. These were pollinated yesterday too. Like I said, sometimes it just take about count to 10. And they will pollinate. Sometimes you pollinate them, and it might take the following day after you've already done it. It might take a day, day and a half. And there's some that we've already done. They're closed. And we got some new ones. I trim up the bottoms because I want all of the plant to be focused on is the fruit. Some people top it off. I don't want a bushier plant. I want a fruity plant.